My Govan and Melonin, and well met indeed. I'm Harakir Galadirthan, and welcome back to Middle-earth as we continue on as the Ar-Adûnâim. Fantastically good fun this is, but just before we dive into that, I wanted to first of all just let you know that we are going to have a tournament in the Order of the Swan Discord, which I've now done a video about as well, so those of you that if you haven't seen that, you can jump into the Discord down in the comments in the description of the video. There's a new Discord set up just for my YouTube channel, wholly separate from Divide and Conquer. And to kick it off and to celebrate the reformation, as it were, of the Order, we're going to hold a tournament with 3 different games. You can participate in all 3 tournaments if you wish, and we really want to try and get people involved as much as we can. So look out this coming weekend, ideally after the live stream, for an announcement about that. The first port of call will be to vote for the 2 games that run alongside Age of Empires 2, because that one will definitely be used, and then we'll use 2 others as well. So as I say, there will be 3 tournaments total. So if you want to get involved with that, then do head over to the Discord now, and you can ask about the tournament, and people will fill you in with what games might be chosen. And when I hopefully look forward to seeing you all out there on the tournament grounds. All skill levels are welcome. Just get involved, have a laugh. No one is going to be toxic. I can absolutely assure you of that, because I stamp that kind of thing out as often and as quickly as possible with absolute dictatorial stomping. It is my party, and I'm afraid I will cry if I want to. But anyway, let's return to the Ar-Adûnâim. We are really, really close to finally getting to fight someone that isn't Mordor. And I'm so looking forward to that. Our primary army is besieging Morigost, which will rise up when I click end turn, and so we're going to be fighting that battle in a moment, which we will have to unfortunately go through. But otherwise, Gelebrin fell last time, as did Seragost. I'm sending out my generals to build some towers, but Mordor's last remaining provinces then are Morigost, Thaurband down there, Thorband, and Oibermarit, which is over there. So they are going to get a last stand army shortly, which means the Morigost army is probably going to have to return to Numenor's glory to save it from the arrival of the last stand, which is definitely coming. Seragost doesn't have really the troops to go back and defend it, so it'll have to be the Morigost army. But for now, we are at an end turn, so let's just chuck, if we can, some training into Calenhad so that it doesn't hate me. What do you dislike me for now? Oh, there's just nothing. Is there any one of these buildings that give bonuses yet? Can you get built for me, please? Because this place is hating me. Happiness is up. Let's get fountains in there as well. Yeah. Alright, otherwise though, let's end the turn. So, whilst the turn is ending, I can just tell you the alternative option. So Age of Empires is definitely going to be played. Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition. If you play that, come and get involved in the tournament. The other options, there are 6 games, that hold the slot open for the vote for the 2 other games. So you'll be able to vote for one of the following. Age of Empires 3 Definitive Edition, Warhammer 2 Total War, Rome 2 Total War with the Divide et Impera mod installed, Dawn of War Soulstorm with Titanium Wars installed, Total War Empire, and then lastly Battlefleet Gothic Armada 2. Bloody mouthful, isn't it? So those will be the ones that you vote for to participate in. And then we will do something, we've yet to decide yet because the admin hasn't fully been bashed out, but we'll do something to mark the winners. They will get some sort of honorific thing in the Discord, so at least people know they won the tournament. Right, but before we deal with that, as expected, Mordor is trying to defend Morigost. They've brought an army that looked like it came from the north. So Malthak is hitting us, and he's got an army of just Black Uruks, basically. There are only 2 non-Black Uruk units in that army. But it is only a half-baked army, really. And he's got quite a lot of Black Uruks as well, actually. This is fairly good, Mordor hope to stay alive. We are going to be sandwiched between both, but we've got an absolute monster of an army, so I welcome their attempts to try and beat us. I don't think they'll be able. Otherwise, though, the channel, things are just kicking up. Something that I can probably mention now, because none of you live or work around the area that I live in, is that I have applied to work for a new firm and was accepted, and I'm moving jobs. So at the moment, I'm in my sort of notice period, and that I'm hoping will come to an end at the end of September, but it may come to an end a little later, maybe possibly around October. But I'm not wildly busy now that I've handed in my notice, as you might expect. Many of my clients are being passed off to other solicitors who will stay at that firm. So I'm just kind of ticking things over, which has meant that I've just got a lot of free time at the moment now. So I'm hoping to capitalise on that by doing things on the channel and devoting a little bit of time into YouTube, and particularly devoting time into the Order of the Swan, hence the, what did I call it? A tournament. Hence the tournament kicking off and all of those kinds of things. We're being attacked in the back as well, aren't we? So, I want to try and give a lot of attention to the Discord for a time to really get the ball moving and get us back to the community that we were all those years ago before DaC came in. Because, I mean, DaC obviously does create its own community as well, don't get me wrong, but the people that are there for DaC, they are mostly just there for news. They want to find out what's happening with DaC, they want updates. They're not there to play games with other people, they just want to see the pretty updates, see the pretty previews, and find out what's happening with DaC. And that's absolutely fine, that's what any fan of DaC would do. But the aim of this Discord is to create more of a general community, try and play games regularly, and have a place that's just a good laugh to chill out in. That's such an old person thing to say, chill out in. Anyway, so I'm going to try and give some time to the Discord, give some time to YouTube. But turning to this battle, where our attention should, I think this hill is easily our best bet. The enemy's coming in over there, so we'll have one steep hill to fight here, but then we'll also have them coming round here. Oh, unless they go down the front there, actually. Halberdiers are absolute fodder, definitely. Oh, can they even... Are we now not going to be able to set up on this hill? Look at this hill. What a blessing. A blessing! A blessing from the Lord. There you go, you can stand down there. We want to use the hill advantage. Oh, this is just going to be insane. Right, you're all going to have to come stand on top of the hill for now then, and we'll manoeuvre everything in a moment. Right, the cavalry doesn't want to be up here though. So, the two cavalry units, the human looking fellow, it's a shame you don't have cavalry units, because I look at your mask and I instantly think cavalry. Right, they'll start down there. Before we kick off though, let's just have a little looky-poos at the men of Carndom. They are guardians of Carndom, wearing that orcish armour that everyone loved, with the new symbol of Angmar upon them. They're just not orcs, so people are a little disappointed, but the armour lives on. And they look pretty good. They have maces and they're armour piercing, and they're good anti-cavalry cavalry. And that's their sort of primary role.
The enemy are bringing in reinforcements.
Right, the enemy's reinforcements look like they might not be able to actually get into the battle. Be interesting to see where they go. And then are you going to try and meet me up on this hill? Yes, you are. So they're going to come up here. Now, one of the primary units we want to use up are the Naru and Aru Royal Guard. I kind of consider them expendable, because they're generals units without a general, which just was not. But then do you need to go that far forward? It just depends on whether or not their reinforcements can actually get in the battle or not. So at the minute I can't even see them. All the way up there. Why are they coming in so far away? What is happening? We're in a bit of a no man's land at the moment, aren't we? Until we know where we're being attacked from, we can't really plan for anything. They look like they're going for our cav. If I can try and get them all to come around this side, that'd be perfect. And it looks like they might be doing that. Oh, we're starting to see some orcs. And yeah, look, they are going round to the right. Okay, so, new plan then. The one who kills the ogre... It's in my head all the time, the way he says, tournament! Okay, halberdiers, you guys take that side and stick together. You'll be fine, I've no doubt. This is the steepest hill I've ever seen in the game, I think, that we're actually still able to stand on. Yeah, they can walk up this way, so they will come this way. Just can't get them to stand anywhere. No, that's not very good. There you go, do that one, do that one. Alright, archers, just come and stand on the hill. Generals, stand up there as well. Okay, other defensive units that we will have in this front line is no one, because again, we've then run into the problem of the terrain not working. The problem with this is that you then have no idea how the enemy is actually going to attack you. You just can't plan for where to defend. It's just so frustrating. So you've been given this blessed defensive hilltop, and then you can't even put anyone on it anyway, because the game just has a little hissy fit every time you try and line anyone up. You'll note even my pikemen have stopped moving. having decided that the place that I've put them is not worthy of their attention. Because of that thing. Minor little black mark on the terrain there is a rock that we can't actually get round. Okay, they've stopped sort of beelining for our cavalry. So send the cavalry back behind the hill. Speed it up again. Don't really need anyone to sprint. How the halberdiers doing? Right, they are in position, so if the enemy can come that way, the halbs are ready for them. Stay in defensive mode. Yeah, they're all coming round this way. Oh, they're going for the cavalry again. What is your problem with my cavalry? Alright, household guard. Kind of getting into position? Yeah. Alright, cavalry, if they're just going to sprint... If they are just going to chase you, then just come back. Let's get the cavalry back behind our line, and then... No, can't move them. It's that right-hand side we've got to watch for, but we've got the Nardu Tariq ready. This would be a good indicator of how units get up here. Oh, right through the middle of the household guard. Perfect. Remember, the reinforcing army has no general, so they're not going to really want to come and play.
The battle is very much in our favour. Victory will be ours.
You know what's going on there? Why they've broken apart like that. 10% of the enemy has already died. Just from our 2 archer units. That's crazy. Alright, cavalry. Again. We will use you, so get yourselves out there. That really is the only way up. No, they're going for the halberdier side. That's good.
If we continue,
they are sending some people to sort of maybe try and flank a bit around that right-hand side. The pikes into position. They can stay in shield defensive mode. Right, so they've got halberdiers pushing on our halberdiers. They will fear us. Damn bloody right they will. They already do. They already know that their days are numbered. Their campaign is over. Mordor is dead. Sauron has fled, and as many of you have probably pointed out in the comments, he's almost certainly gone to Dol Guldur, because Dol Guldur is now actually a powerhouse, and Mordor is defeated in all but name. Can we please shut down these archers? Stop them shooting at me. Yeah. I very much consider them expendable, as I've already discussed. Interesting how having to get through our line has made the AI just not know what it wants to do at all. So they've now turned their attention to my cavalry as if it's an entire... an entire army rather than just a couple of companies. The other benefit of using Naru and Aru like this in a sort of expendable way is that they're actually incredibly good and not expendable at all. So they will eat through whatever chaff Mordor tries to throw at them without any issues. I'm loath to send the pikes down the hill because they'll lose their formation and they'll end up getting flanked. So we'll charge in the Nardu Tariq. Yeah, look at this bizarre path they have to take to get down the hill. Push through, push through, push through, push through. Come on, come on. There we go.
All will perish.
Bring the cavalry round. 2% plays 32%. The primary enemy army is attacking us. Let's march them round then. Let's get going. Move up to cover. Right, halberdiers. Yeah, let's get you involved. Drop that, drop that. In we go. Drop that, in we go. Oh, they're moving on the cavalry. Uruk bodyguard is moving on my cavalry. Keep giving them the runaround. Keep giving them the runaround. Ah, no, I said give them the runaround! I've never seen an AI so hell-bent on killing a pathetic little cavalry. You can just have those then. There you go, free gift. Call it my gift to you. There's 29 Gondor cavalry militia. Go wild.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their
Alright, let's
men.
charge these in as well, because these are very good aggressive troops. They're down to 50%. It's a bit of a mosh pit, really, of a battle, isn't it? Our Naru and Aru have created just an absolute mountain of orcish corpses. That is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And then we've got troops flooding in around this side now. Start speed it up again. Completely using the hill to our advantage. And again, let's actually get into them. Slow drip feed attack that they do is really annoying. Alright, what's happening over here? What happened with the cavalry? Did they win? No. The enemy general has stopped chasing our cavalry though, finally. As you'd expect. And oh, the entire enemy army is now in front of us apart from those 2 units. Which is good
Only
for us and
half
bad
the
for them
enemy force
because
remains.
we're just massacring them.
If we continue like this,
It's
we will
absolute.
smash the
It's
enemy.
carnage on the streets of London. They are dying in droves. Haven't even had to get Pharaohs involved. 10% we've lost. Remember, we will heal quite a lot of our force. Come and capture those Marauding Guard. Don't let them get away. Oh, the enemy general is... Oh, he killed off our cavalry and then he's coming back. What a poor use of your general. Your army is out here dying on the front line and you've sent your general off to fight God knows where. These guys, whilst being very, very aggressive, and they frighten infantry and they are effective against armor, but they are much better as anti-cavalry cav. Don't get me wrong, their charge is really powerful and they are very strong, but they are best used against other cav. So we don't really want to charge them in. We don't really need to use them today. We've already taken infantry losses. We want to try and keep them at full strength because we may well be presented rather abruptly with an attack from Khand or Rune, and they'll be critical in helping in that. But if we can catch like the bodyguard in the back, for example. Halberds, shaken, not knowing what to do. Yeah, so if you can
army flees the field. Pursue and run them down.
come and lock down the bodyguard. Right, round we go. The Narus will hold them in position. The rest of you then flank. I don't think the cavalry will get a good charge in there at all. I'm not even sure they'll even hit the enemy. There are 50 of them. Oh, they did something. They lost 2 men.
Army flees the...
Don't let him get away. Do not let him get away. There we go. And Malthak is dead.
Be awed by the victory we have won here
316
today.
we lost. And they lost 2,679. That was a slaughter. 399. 399s. Rosadan Halberdiers killed 400 people. Are you insane? Yeah, I would never have expected that from Halberdiers. And then Arduba were crying out of the bloody archers. They stopped firing about 2 hours ago. How on earth did they manage to get that many kills? It's crazy how these things work out sometimes. Absolutely mad. Success, nevertheless. And that is Mordor's. Mordor are now down to 2 regions. 2 regions. And then we'll have a brief interwar period of relative peace while we form up our armies. What I'd like to do is separate my family tree into 3 distinct armies and try and blitz through Gondor. So we'll take a pause from war, if we can, for a time. Form up those armies. Then we can hit Gondor hard and fast. Now, someone did question, why are you going to fight Gondor? It makes no sense. You should fight Dol Guldur because they're getting way too powerful. And the answer to that question is, of course, variety. Gondor is rarely ever seen on my channel, either as me playing as them or playing against them. It's very rare we fight Gondor. Dol Guldur has been fought against, I think, in almost every campaign we've ever played. So there's a very good reason to go against Gondor and not Dol Guldur, even if it is just to show off some of Gondor's skins and features and whatnot.
Your orders, my lord.
So that's why we're going against Gondor, and we just have to hope that Dol Guldur leaves us alone. Kanosas built a leather worker. I'm trying to get eco buildings up and running with the masses of money we've just established. Ah, Kadar and Gimmelthon. What's your culture like? Oh, 24. Get a dark temple then. But I'd love to get the full military here if we can. By the time our army comes back from the east, that might then have real buildings in it. Similarly, Caer Andros is already the highest tier castle it can get to. So we should try and build some... get a Master Mason too. Smorgle, you got the Master's Halls of the... Yes, you've got a Mason's Guild house. Dark Temple, please. We wiped out all the people in Minismorgle. No, we didn't. We just counted on the population to fall, which it has been doing quite successfully.
My lord. Yes.
You guys are making it back. Oh, Eastern's Gate is going up.
March to exhaustion.
Alright, Brawler's Pit, don't need that. Way Station, don't need that. Scrolls, don't need those. Everything else we can use. Shame we're going to have an Uruk garrison until the end of time. You build me that. Morigost, are you building me yours? Yes, you are. Good. Every single town is building what I've lined up for it to build. Let's get Leatherworker. You've got every military building here, have you not? Oh, no, you don't have an army barracks. That's because you haven't got a high palace. So get the high palace in first. And then we'll get an army barracks out of Carlonde, which will give us a top tier there as well. Gileath, you've got an army barracks, haven't you? Yes, you have. Perfect. And as has... Yeah, so both Osgiliaths can train our full complement. Perfect. We could chuck in Kadar and Gimmelthon, Minismorgul and Carlonde into that. We are laughing. Right. The Morigost force is almost certainly going to need to go back to Barad-dûr now, as I say. So what I might do is... If you don't have a garrison, will you hate me? No, good. Send that guy down to Morigost. And then if I can... Not too bothered about the retraining, really. I want the entire army... Will you hate me if I move?
With
No,
honor.
of course, because we killed everyone.
Yes, my lord.
Build some
Yes.
towers on your way back.
This tower will keep vigil over the lands.
But head back to
This
Nimnor's Glory.
tower will...
My
As
lord.
Rubel, you go down to
We can go
Morigost,
no
because
further
Kadar and
today.
Gimmelthon will have a garrison in 3 turns anyway. Just in case that...
Your
Problem?
orders, my lord.
honor.
Oh,
This
there's a
tower-
Yes, my
Nazgul.
lord.
A wild Nazgul
Yes.
appeared.
This tower will keep...
Shivus, the
I'm
Desert
gonna
Sand.
stick you. Your word,
Hello,
my
Shivus. I'll take those and those. No, leave that one. Take that one and that one.
lord. Yes, my lord.
Your orders, my
Pull
lord.
the army
Yes,
back.
my lord.
Ah, bugger! You're going to get attacked. Oh, there we go.
Your orders, my lord. Yes, my lord.
All right, that might be Mordor's
We
last
shall
gasp.
continue tomorrow.
All right. Yeah. So in a moment we'll end the turn and see what's going to happen there. Oh, I hope we can defeat that army. Alrighty, let's end the turn then and see if this Nazgul is going to hit us. If he's got some good troops, that could be a really tough fight. But I just can't imagine out of the arse end of nowhere, which is essentially where Oibamari is. I can't imagine they're getting anything other than just low tier Mordor trash. So I think we'll be all right. And I think throughout this campaign, I've consistently underestimated how good Gimmelkard's bodyguard actually is. We need to give it the credit that it's due, really. But if the Last Stand army just kicked in, which it probably should have done, then a large army has just spawned next to Barad-dûr, so we've got to watch out for that as well. Oh, Mordor, you're not just going to roll over, are you? I'd like it very much if you... That'd be great. Obtain a trade agreement with Dol Guldur. Alright, so Shivus went north.
Your orders, my lord.
He's going after Gimmelthon.
I'm
Captain
gonna
Ashok
stick
Tur
you.
is coming through to lend his support.
My lord.
Interestingly, no Last
We can
Stand
go no
army has
further
yet
today.
spawned.
Yes, my lord. Your orders, my lord.
Right, well, the
Yes.
Gelebrin army, you don't need to be that big. So, merge what we can, and for now, let's leave behind...
My lord.
Control, actually. Territorial Guardsmen here.
By your
I'm
Yes,
tempted to
my
leave
lord.
Eldamir over there as well, just
shall
so that we've got a
continue
general on the
tomorrow.
northern border in case Dol Guldur do get any ideas.
Yes, my lord.
Let's move our diplomat up then. We'll
Without
try and get that
question.
trade agreement. No,
Stopping
don't think we need to
here.
try.
At your service.
How much gold are you making me? Only 252. There must be somewhere else that you can make more money. But I'm just not bothered. We make more than enough.
Your orders,
That
my lord.
Mordor army hasn't been forthcoming, so I'm tempted. If we pull that army
will,
back,
my lord.
And if we just start queuing up our best units back at home, we've got the money to now. Yeah, look, in almost no time at all, we could have a near full army anyway.
Orders. Yes.
Oh, so remove that, and then you can retrain that, and remove that, and then you can retrain that. Perfect. And then what did you have? Oh, 9. Why are we sending 9 Rosadan Halberdiers home? I didn't realise that.
People should resolve.
That's what we call not worth it. I'd like you all to form up in a single location outside, so you don't just go into the garrisons of the cities. Yeah, we got more than enough. Right, so that you don't need to go back to Barad-dûr then. So let's get you moving down to Thalraband.
Over the lands.
How can we save
Your orders,
Gimmelthon?
my lord. Yes, my lord.
I don't think we can.
Your orders, my
They
lord.
don't overlap.
Yes, my
Oh no,
lord.
they can just get to there. Can you get to there?
lord.
Ah, yes, look at that.
Your orders, my lord.
He
Orders.
can actually join it.
Yes, my lord. Your orders,
And then
my
they can
lord.
stand next to each other. That's the closest we're going to
Making
get.
camp here.
Jivus? Yeah, no tier trash is expected. Right, so
Yes,
Gimmelzor,
my
you keep pushing down,
We shall
take that
continue
region,
tomorrow.
and then we'll then form all of these armies up into one, and we can push out to Oiva Mari. So,
My lord. We can go no
and we're
further
retraining,
today.
or we are training forces back at home to deal with this kind of problem. When the time comes for Gondor, though, with my 3 armies, as I say, one will take Fëanor, one will take Baratheon, but ideally, if I can, I'll move one through so that we can then also take Tarnos straight away. So we get those 3 in one fell swoop. And then it's just what's Dol Amroth going to do is the question. I pray that Dol Amroth sides with us, but I think it would be more enjoyable if they don't. I mean, I don't think I've ever fought against Dol Amroth. No, I must have fought against Dol Amroth at some point. I must have done. But off the top of my head, I can't think of a time when I fought against Dol Amroth. Other than, obviously, the beginning of this campaign, we fought against them a bit. Or did we? No, I don't think I did. I think I attempted to broker a peace before Dol Amroth got involved. So I don't think we fought against them in this one either. Just trying to rack my brain with the many campaigns we've had on the channel. And if at any point Dol Amroth has been the target of our aggression, but I just don't think they have. Oh well. The axes bite. The men of Dunland are rising up. So the men of Dunland have had their last stand.
Your orders, my lord.
But Mordor doesn't have
Yes.
its own.
This tower will keep vigil
And they
over
didn't
the
attack
lands.
us.
Yes, my lord.
No.
Yes.
You not
Your orders,
make
my
space.
lord.
One single unit. There you go. Rosadan Footman.
Yes, my lord.
We should probably attack Shivus, but I'm probably not going to do that in this episode.
Your orders, my lord.
In fact, I think this might be the last turn of this episode. Don't know how long the video is because I had to take a big pause in the middle, which hopefully you probably didn't notice because I blended it together wonderfully. But actually, there's been about an hour's gap between the first 20-something minutes of this video and the last 5 to 10 minutes of this video. Oh, we are 3 turns away from that. Yeah.
My lord.
Right, I'm going to send your army straight through, so you go to
As you
Numenor's
wish.
glory.
We'll
Oh,
make
look how many are you...
camp
And
here.
I tell you what, let's take...
Yes. Join
Merge
the
as many of those
forces
as you
today.
can. And I'll leave a few more behind at the gate.
My lord.
Gate needs some governance. We haven't even got a Mason's Hall. Oh, wow. Get a Mason's Hall up here. 14% Kingsmen. Deathang has. Oh, and you can get an army barracks. The temple. Yeah, I wouldn't say no to that. Queuing up buildings. Shouldn't really just queue up buildings
Yes,
willy-nilly,
my
but
lord.
I do. It's a bad habit.
Honor.
I've I'm just never shaken. We can get a military garrison. No, yeah, so there's a few things we want to build here. I believe we've left the Black Gate. I don't want to call it the Morannon, though. I think that's rubbish. I'm going to call it the Gate of Kings. Because we are, or I'm going to call it the Gat of Kings, apparently. We, of course, are the King's men. So it works on 2 levels. Number 1, it's the gate of our king, without naming him himself. And number 2, it's a gate of our people, who are the King's men. So I'm going to give it that little double meaning. Pelagia, yeah, and Canasast, you're both going a bit more military-esque. Though you're only a town, actually, so you are a large town. Which means you can get the middle tier of the barracks, which is But that's oh, does that give Ar-Adûnâim actually? Oh, yes, it does. And arguably, they're our best units anyway, to be honest. The top just gives our Vindsvept faithful, and that's it. Yeah, so you don't really even need the guard barracks. Yeah, but there we are.
Your orders, my lord.
Right, yes, with the She-Voos fight. Right, so as I say, I'm not going to fight that. I am going to end that episode there. So there will be one more Ar-Adûnâim episode this week, and it will be a live stream on Saturday, circa 11 o'clock British summer time. I try and aim for 11 bang on, but I fiddle around with things sometimes in the morning and don't start a few minutes late. But it'll be around that time. It'll run for an hour and a half. Also, if you haven't, I'll just mention again, check out the Order of the Swan. We're going to run this tournament. There'll be an announcement, an official announcement about it in the announcement channel this coming weekend as well. And you can vote for the games that you want to be in the tournament. Most of the tournament games would be streamed on the Discord, so you can watch them if you want to. And then I'll probably post like finals and things up on the channel as dedicated rewatch of the battles, because I think that'll just be enjoyable. So look out for that. But otherwise, until we speak again, Navar Naden Perimad Melonin, and farewell.